Hello everybody and welcome back. I'm Buddy Strange and this is StrangeVoodooTV, and what a divisional round that was. That was crazy, insane. Titans, what are you doing? Texans, what are you doing? It was a really good week of football, and man, these playoffs have been fantastic. So let's just get into it. Let's review it. And then let's predict us some championship games. Alright, let's go. First off, the win of the week is going to be, of course, the Tennessee Titans. Yes, it could be the Chiefs as well, but the Tennessee Titans, the number 6 seed, beating the number 1 seed to advance to the conference championships is absolutely crazy, insane. I said it could happen, and I said why it could happen, and I've been saying it forever. Running game and defense. The Titans had that, and that's why they won. I just thought the Ravens would have that, because they're so versatile on offense, and then on defense, they've got all the pieces to compete against a Ryan Tannehill, and maybe not a Derrick Henry, because I don't think anyone really has the pieces to compete against a Derrick Henry, at least not for a full game. He's going to get you at one point or another, but in this one, the Titans had the better defense. Kevin Byard with the pick, I called that too. And then on the other side of the offense, balled out Ryan Tannehill, not with 100 yards, but 2 touchdowns, and Derrick Henry with over 190 yards and no touchdowns. There you go. Big stiff arm by him. Tennessee Titans advancing. Wow. I'm legitimately loving the Titans right now. Congrats. Good win. And now let's see what you have against the Chiefs. Alright, now the loss of the week is going to be, the Texans. The Texans just straight blew it. You had it in the bag. You had the game locked up 24-0 in the first quarter. In the first quarter. Are you kidding me? And that was the fastest I've ever seen a lead taken away. The Kansas City Chiefs not only made up the deficit 24-0, not only did that, but on top of that added 20 more points than the Texans by the end of the game. Are you kidding me? Oh, that is terrible. And the Chiefs, yep, they came to play. Patrick Mahomes came to play. Travis Kelce came to play. Damian Williams came to play. That defense came to play outside of the first quarter. And it showed. And that is why you'll see coming up what I've done. The offense just came to play and got 51 points in 3 quarters. Absolutely stellar. Absolutely crazy. Good job, Chiefs. And bad job, Texans, getting the loss of the week. Oof. All right, now, SVTV's Players of the Week. First off, Derrick Henry has to get it yet again. 195 yards. I know he didn't score a touchdown rushing, but he didn't need to. Ryan Tannehill took care of that, but he did get one passing on a play they even called the Tebow play, which was pretty cool. Here it is really quickly, but he really got it done on the ground. Derrick Henry just got him the yardage, the first downs, the big explosive plays, the momentum. He locked it down on the ground and absolutely deserves this award for the 3rd week in a row. Also have to mention, this is the 3rd week in a row that a player in NFL history has gone over 180 yards 3 times in a row. And he just did that, and I would not be surprised if he does it again. Knowing him and the Chiefs' run defense, I mean, it can be shaky at times. Chris Jones is a big piece in that. If he plays, they have a better chance. But, I mean, with Derrick Henry, anything's possible. With the Titans team, anything is possible. But yeah, Derrick Henry, first person to do that, and definitely deserves SVTV's Offensive Player of the Week. Along with, yes, the entire Chiefs offense. The entire Chiefs offense. I mean, not everybody, but at least the main pieces. And I couldn't just give 3+ awards for Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, Damian Williams, all getting multiple touchdowns, multiple scores, just big days, all of them. That offensive line did really well. Are you kidding me? I mean, of course they didn't start out hot, but they came back with a vengeance, stormed in it, and got 49 straight points. Are you kidding me? That is unbelievable. Good job, Chiefs offense, collectively getting SVTV's Offensive Player of the Week, along with Derrick Henry. Good job. Alright, now the Defensive Player of the Week is going to be Frank Clark, getting 3 sacks, 4 tackles, 3 tackles for loss. I really wanted to give it to Kevin Byard too, but I couldn't, but he definitely gets an honorable mention. Good job, Kevin Byard, getting a pick and setting up that game and the momentum swing right away. But here, Frank Clark has to get it. 3 sacks in a playoff game against Deshaun Watson and the Texans absolutely helped in the long run, getting the Chiefs back in the game and then ultimately winning there at the end. 3 tackles for loss is also big too. Getting Carlos Hyde down in the backfield. Absolutely big day from him. Definitely deserves it. Frank Clark, Defensive Player of the Week. Alright, and lastly, Robbie Gould getting the Special Teams Player of the Week. No big game-winning field goals like there were last week or nothing, but he was solid 2 for 2, 9 points overall. His long was 35, so not a stellar day, but probably the best day out of the kickers and the special teamers that I saw. Robbie Gould, the old-timer, finally getting to the NFC Championship game. That's really cool for him, and I'm sure he's glad he stayed in San Francisco. There were reports before the season that he might go back to Chicago. I kind of wanted to see that happen as a reunion, but I know he's glad that he stayed now because that guy is going to be kicking in the NFC Championship game and quite possibly the Super Bowl when it's all said and done. But here he gets SVTV's Special Teams Player of the Week. Alright everybody, are you ready for SVTV's Plays of the Week? Enjoy.
Tannehill tosses, end zone. Oh! Jonnu Smith, touchdown! Spectacular grab!
5 receivers going out here. Cousins going deep downfield and adjusting and making the grab is Stephon Diggs for the touchdown.
About as good a start as you could have for Tennessee. Tannehill looks for the home run ball. Separation! Khalif Raymond hauls it in! Touchdown, Titans!
Alright everybody, I hope you enjoyed the plays of the week. If you did, hit that like button to show your support for the players making the plays and me, Buddy, the one who picks the plays for you to enjoy. Anyway, let's see how we did this past week. This past week, we went 50% again, 2 out of 4. So, we picked the Vikings 49ers, right? We said the 49ers would win. And like 99% of America, we picked the Ravens to win as well. And I'm not gonna lie, I really wanted to pick the Titans for a running game defense, but I just thought the Ravens were too complete. I know I said it in the last video, I just thought the Titans are a really good team and they could be special. They remind me of the 2012 Ravens. They really remind me of the 2007 Giants, the ones that beat the undefeated Patriots in the Super Bowl. That's who they really remind me of. Those two teams in general built on a strong running game and a stellar defense. But I just thought, you know, in all facets of the game, mostly special teams, the Ravens are really good and could get it done, but it just didn't happen. The Titans were able to gain momentum off of Kevin Byard and a strong run game by Derrick Henry, and actually a really good, I know the stats, I know the yardage wasn't there, but Tannehill had a really good game as well, didn't turn the ball over, threw 2 touchdowns, and really, as much as I hate to say it, managed the game really well. So there you go, Titans win, we whiffed on that one. Texans Chiefs got that one right. It was looking bleak there for a solid minute, and then the Chiefs turned it around and were able to kick the Texans ass by the end of it. And then the Seahawks Packers, I kind of reached for that one. I know the Seahawks were injured and stuff, but I thought they'd have the game that actually the Titans had, where the momentum just swings their way and then they just roll with it on the legs of beast mode and the arm of Russell Wilson and the legs of Russell Wilson. Defense gets a turnover, something. Bobby Wagner has a big day, something like that, but it just never swung that way, and the Packers were able to pull it out. Devontae Adams had himself a huge day, almost got Offensive Player of the Week if the Chiefs offense didn't do as well as they did, and Derrick Henry didn't do as well as he did. And Rodgers had himself a good playoff game, but ultimately we did not get that one right either. And yep, 2 out of 4, 50%, which puts us 4 out of 8, 50% on the playoffs. So let's see if we can get 2 out of 2 here on the championship games, because that was last week. This is this week. Let's get into it. Let's pick these games. Let's go, everybody. First off, we've got the Titans versus the Chiefs, the AFC Championship game. The Titans somehow making it here on the legs of Derrick Henry and through the defense that is stout, that is stingy, that is stacked. And then on the other side, we have the Chiefs, who have a superstar quarterback, Patrick Mahomes, a cannon for an arm, can throw it to anywhere on the field you need him to throw it to. However he needs to get it there, he can get it there. No look passes, looking straight at him, running out of the pocket, in the pocket, running backwards probably. He's just an all-star talent. And you pair him with Travis Kelce and Sammy Watkins and Tyreek Hill and even Damian Williams coming out of the backfield. It's a deadly combo. And the line up front protecting him is pretty good. It's not the best, but it's good enough to give him some time, a couple seconds at least, to find an open man downfield and get it there. And then on the other side, their defense, it has its moments, and it's been a lot better during the latter part of the season and into these playoffs than it was at the beginning of the season or last year. They found talent and they're effectively using it. The only problem is Chris Jones is banged up. He didn't play last week, and he might not even play this week. There's reports out that he hasn't been practicing, but I kind of expect him to play, but it's how effective can he be with that? And I don't know. I mean, Chris Jones, he's really good, but I'd be skeptical on that one till I see it. Then I also expect Tyrann Mathieu to come up into the box to help with run support, and I don't know how that'll go. I think Derrick Henry can win that matchup at least 3 out of 4 times against Tyrann Mathieu, unless Tyrann Mathieu can get low enough and cut out the base, but still then, you know, Derrick Henry's thigh might knock Tyrann Mathieu out, who knows. But in this one, it's going to be a really good game, a really tough call, but I'm going to have to call it, and I will here in just a second. But I also want to lay down an interesting fact for you guys, and this may be the deciding factor of the game. Okay, everyone knows Harrison Butker, really good kicker for the Chiefs. He's won the SVTV Special Teams Player of the Week, I think twice, maybe once, but pretty sure it's twice, at least once. So he's a good kicker. And they also have Colquitt, and they have Tyreek Hill back there if they need him, Mecole Hardman for the other returns. So they have a really good special team, plus one of the best, if not the best, special teams coach in Dave Tube. So there you go. And then on the flip side, Brett Kern, really good punter, really solid Pro Bowl punter. But then you have Greg Joseph, okay, and if you don't know who Greg Joseph is, he was the kicker for the Browns last year. They had to bring him in, I think like week 3 or 4 last season because their kicking situation was so bad, and they cut him. Their kicking situation was god-awful. If you don't know, they lost, I think, 2 to 3 games because of they couldn't make a kick, and now Greg Joseph is the Titans kicker. And guess what? A little fact. He has not attempted a kick as a Titan. He hasn't attempted one field goal. He's attempted extra points, and he's got them, but he hasn't attempted a field goal for the Titans his whole time there, and he's been there since week 16. Are you kidding me? And here's what I'm going to call. First off, Titans versus Chiefs, I'm going to call the Titans. Yes, the Titans. You heard that right. Winning 27-24 over the Chiefs on a field goal to end the game, to win the game for the Titans, sending them to the Super Bowl. Greg Joseph, whether it be in overtime, whether it be as the clock is expiring, hits a field goal to win the game, and to put a number on it, I'm going to say it's a 41-yarder just for the game. And, you know, I do think the Titans win, whether it be on a Greg Joseph field goal or not. I just wanted to throw that out there. But I sincerely think the Titans win. It's not that the Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid and the Chiefs are bad, or they never get it done in the playoffs or whatever. I just think the Titans, they remind me too much of the 2007 Giants and the 2012 Ravens, and nobody was stopping them because they just had momentum. It wasn't that the other teams failed or were bad. It was just that no one, not even the 18-0 Patriots, could defeat that Giants team. No one, not even the red-hot 49ers team, could defeat that Ravens team. And here, I don't think the Chiefs, no matter how good they are going to beat the Titans. I just think Derrick Henry chews that clock down. They get the ball. They make Patrick Mahomes cold. They barely give him the ball at all. Ryan Tannehill has a couple good throws. I think he does get over 100 yards in this game, but barely. And I think Derrick Henry, he may be the first person ever breaking his own record to go 4 games over 180 yards. I think he at least gets 125. I would bet on 150. I'm going to say 153 yards on the ground. I think he gets at least a touchdown, probably 2. I would venture to say 1 through the air, 1 on the ground. The Titans win. There you go. Titans are the AFC champions. Titans going to the Super Bowl, baby, to face who? Well, let's find out. All right, NFC Championship game. We've got the Packers versus the 49ers. Aaron Rodgers going back home to the Bay Area to face his hometown team, to face the team he rooted for growing up, to face the team that snubbed him and didn't draft him at number 1 overall in 2005, instead going for Alex Smith, who is now not on the 49ers. So I know everyone's saying it, but can Aaron Rodgers actually go back to his hometown team and beat them to get to the Super Bowl. Everything's on the line. The story's so good here. You've got two really good teams. The Packers, as I said in the last video, I still don't know how good they really are because, I mean, they've hit some lucky breaks, and I'm not saying they're a bad team by any means. Their defense is vastly improved. The Smith brothers are absolutely fantastic, but the rest of that defense, outside of some of the corners like Jar Alexander and some other key pieces, are really good. But overall, I mean, they can give up some big plays, some bad plays, and that really reminds me of the 2013 Broncos defense. Like, their offense was stellar, but their defense was middle of the pack to low down in the rankings, and that's kind of where the Packers are. And if you don't remember, the 2013 Broncos had like Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie and like Wesley Woodyard and Terrence Knighton, if you remember Terrence Knighton. Oh, good old pot roast. But anyway, that Broncos defense let up some big plays. Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie got burned a lot. They let off some big runs, even though Terrence Knighton was really good in the middle. I mean, outside runs just absolutely blew him away. It probably didn't help that Von Miller was lost to a suspension and then a torn ACL after 5 games. But I say that to say this, the Packers defense reminds me a lot of that. Like, they have a championship offense, unless, you know, a few key pieces get hurt, but it's that kind of caliber. And then the defense has potential like Terrence Pot Roast Knighton, like Von Miller, like Wesley Woodyard, but outside of that, they just let up too many big plays. And the 49ers are a big play team who can do what? They can do running game and defense, and I think that's what wins it here for them. Yes, I do think the 49ers win. I think they win 34-24 over the Packers to advance to face the Titans in the Super Bowl. A 49ers-Titans Super Bowl. How crazy is that? But yeah, I mean, I do kind of want to see Aaron Rodgers in the Super Bowl, a Titans-Packers Super Bowl. That'd be fun to see, but I just think Jimmy G to George Kittle is going to be too much for that inside of the Packers defense. Blake Martinez isn't that great at covering tight ends, and then I don't know how well Darnell Savage will be trying to handle George Kittle. Didn't go well earlier in the year when the Packers faced the 49ers, and then now the 49ers have Emmanuel Sanders and then Deebo Samuel on the outside, and they're pretty much mostly healthy. They just got Mike Person back to the offensive line, and then yeah, I think that defense on the flip side, I think DeForest Buckner gets after him, Nick Bosa gets after him. He can play. There were reports that he's banged up a little bit, but I think he'll be fine. They got Quan Alexander back to pair with Fred Warner. Jaquiski Tart is playing out of his mind, and I just want you to watch out for it. Watch out for Emmanuel Mosley. I think he might have himself a big game. Watch him get the game-winning pick, or at least an interception somewhere in there, but why not? But just watch out for it. And there you go. Even Dre Greenlaw, they've got a lot of good players. Even D Ford, who's a little banged up himself, but I would venture to say he plays as well. We'll see how it goes. But yes, I think the 49ers win to go on to face the Titans in the Super Bowl. There you go. That was this episode. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, hit that like button. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Comment anything down below. Bold predictions, opinions on my opinions, and even your NFL Weekly Pick'em. As always, the copy and paste is in the description below. Just copy that sucker and paste it in the comments down below with who you think's gonna win, maybe some scores, pick alongside me or against me, however you feel like viewing it. And man, the Super Bowl is just about upon us, 2 weeks away, and I can't wait for that, nor these conference championship games. They're gonna be epic. However they play out, they're gonna be amazing. Well, as long as we don't get a Packers-Chiefs Super Bowl, so we have to hear about the NFL's rigged for the next 10 years or whatever, because the first Super Bowl was Packers versus Chiefs, and it's the 100th season, so in commemoration, just watch that happen. Packers versus Chiefs is the Super Bowl. Ugh. The battle of the State Farm quarterbacks, Aaron Rodgers versus Patty Mahomes, but no, that's a story for a different day. But nah, it's gonna be Titans versus 49ers. There you go. Love you guys, appreciate you guys, thanks for stopping by, and as always, I'm Buddy Strange, this is StrangeVoodooTV. Keep it strange, everybody. I'll see you in the next one, and peace out.